Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel, like clicking the red subscribe button, joining the Beard Wizard family, checking out the merch store. You can get your very own Beard Wizard merchandise, or my books, plenty of other ways to support us. But the biggest thing is clicking that red subscribe button. So many of you have joined since the turn of the year. It keeps going up, so thank you so much. You know, I said it early last year that our yearly goal looked well within sight, but I'm not setting this year's goal as a yearly goal. Our next milestone is 7,500 subscribers. If we get there this year, awesome. If it takes until next year a little bit, that's our next milestone, 7,500. So please do help us get there. It's going to be a full week, not just a full night, like I mentioned on socials before I went live, but a full week. I've got a lot of things rolling around in my head, some new releases that came out that I don't want to miss, some stuff from last week I want to put in, and we need to get back on track with the Battle of the Retro American Beers, which we are going to wrap up soon. I have everything I need to do all but the last round, so we're going to do a couple rounds, and then I'm going to have to go buy a 6-pack of Schlitz, and we're going to do that one anyway. But if you're not familiar, it's been a while since we did the last episode of Battle of the Retro American Beers, and it's coming down to the wire. But without further ado, today it's Monday. We take a look at artists, content creators, bands, musicians from Asia, including Japan, Korea, India, Mongolia, Siberia, everything from that big, giant Asian continent. And tonight we're looking at Maid's latest, called Zen, which is the opening theme song to an anime called Zenshu. I have not watched it, but we are going to take a look at their rendition of this song. I believe it's an original. I think they're doing it for the show. It doesn't say cover, so I don't think this is a cover. James, welcome. Good afternoon to yourself. If you're in the live stream, say hi, talk to us. James, myself, Ed, and everybody else who shows up loves talking to you guys. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Also, right after this, we are going to have a rant. We are going to be talking about comic book writer Chuck Dixon, AI, Kickstarter, and the low bar of art. We are going to talk about those things after this episode. But here we go. This is Zen from Maid.
I am drawing your lies into the bright. Nobody knows Atashi future.
All right, bass heavy. Welcome, Ed. Nice little change there. Very cool switch there. And this song, I noticed the first time I listened to it, is very bass heavy, especially when we get into this part. But also the change in tone slightly that we just had there. I like that they're showing the artist here in the whole everyone is lonely. I mean, this is a good part. I don't know if this has anything to do, again, I haven't watched the anime itself. What is, before I get to meaning of, because I know in Japanese culture there is sometimes an issue with isolation, people who isolate themselves. I believe, and forgive me if I'm playing the ignorant Westerner here, but, you know, part of it seems to be the culture so driven toward work, toward, long hours, toward isolation, maybe the stigma, the social separation between people that forces people to be more alone. I don't know if that has anything to do with the anime. And it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. But anyway, I like that imagery, and I love the heavy bass on this song is really nice. I see. Again, I like that change in style and theme. And I did go look, so I should have looked this up ahead of time. So the anime Zenshu is based around a character who is an a prodigy animator, a prodigy animator, Natsuko Hirose, probably. Quickly rose to become a director. Debut TV series became a social phenomenon, makes her famous in the process. Following up on the original artwork, she finds herself struggling with the project storyboard. And so the show is about an animator who struggles after becoming famous. And I don't know the struggles of being a famous artist or writer. But I can understand when you have something that you feel really good about, a piece of art that you've created, trying to match that sometimes can be a struggle, trying to top yourself. And that's what we're always trying to do as artists, is top ourselves. It can sometimes be disheartening when you try to top something, especially if you feel really strongly about how good it was. Then you're trying to do better than that is always a challenge. So I like that too. That makes a lot of sense when they're talking about editing and, hey, how's it going, Haru? Welcome, welcome. From Japan, it must be the middle of the night there, I'm guessing. But welcome to the show. So I didn't read far enough in the premise of this show that this is based on too, but I guess the artist that it's about finds herself waking up into basically her favorite childhood cartoon, anime, and she finds out that she has the power to reanimate scenes in order to alter the storyline to survive the cruelness of being in her childhood anime's world. So the whole phrase about their changing frames, editing and all of that, that's how she discovers she can do that, I guess. So really cool theme song. There was a time, and I've heard this, some of you may or may not get this reference, but on the morning show Bob and Tom, they talk about how old TV shows the theme song used to tell the story about the show, what the show is about. Gilligan's Island, perfect example. And I've noticed that a lot of anime still does that. Anime intros, anime theme songs often tell you what the show's going to be about in the theme song. And that doesn't seem to be, that hasn't been common in US television in decades. So I find it refreshing and interesting that they still do that. And they do it in such a creative way, but Bandmaid doing this for this show is really cool. Nice riff. Let me slow it down. I want to listen to that again. There was a really nice guitar riff into this, and then slowing down the tempo into this really nice groove here. Back to it. Nice. Nice. Very. Oh wait, is there more? Nope, just ends with that. Fantastic piece. A new one from Maid. That's awesome. Really cool premise to the show that this is the theme song for as well, called Zenshu. So check it out if you're an anime watcher. It sounds very interesting as far as anime shows go. A lot of creative meta ideas in the plot line for this. James says these ladies are so talented. I agree. James, Ed, Haru, everybody else who was here, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe. If you are interested in comic books, US comic books, Kickstarter, and AI, don't go too far. We are going to have a Beard Wizard Rants episode here in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so whenever I get things set up and reorganized for that show. But yes, go check out Maid. Be sure to subscribe there if you're not already subscribed. Be sure to subscribe here. We are trying to get to 7,500 subscribers as fast as possible. So I need all the help I can get. Check out the rest of the channel, rest of the show. The show's almost over. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love.